is going to have a jump script, right? Not everybody's going to know what a jump script is.
Yeah, well, it's time to learn. You gotta, you gotta move with the times. I had to do it. I was like, no, sportsmanship. No, I've got jump script. Let's go.
Yeah.
Just got to get that consistency in. It is time for the pistol round. G2 will be Defenders of the Earth, and FaZe will be the Intergalactic Overlords, something or other. I don't know. I'm not one for sci-fi. There'll be Xenu and his crew.
Just rolling by on an asteroid, ready to pick you up. Let's go. Time to get into the party. And Hunter's just thinking that right now. He's changed his gloves. Fair enough, fair enough. But he has not removed his ability to hit headshots. That was clean. And it drops Rain as well, the real heavy lifter for FaZe when it comes to pistol rounds. That is a nice kill. And it's setting themselves up for a retake A kind of strategy here, G2, as Nexa is holding pretty far back in CT, just jump spotting for now. Going to figure it out in a moment that this is about to be the hot spot to be.
You can see Rops. Nexa's putting the apex of his jump behind Toll Booth. So he can't just get popped in the head with hang time in no man's land. With a smoke, the bomb is planted in the middle of the bomb site and FaZe fall back. They've almost given up the entire bomb site. We can see Twist is in the connector position. Karrigan's been popped by USP. So FaZe are playing at range, mostly with Glocks, which is quite an interesting approach versus the USPs. Nexus still has a smoke grenade as well. I don't think this one's going to go the way of FaZe. You can see them trying to peek with the pop flash. Twist will do what he can, but there's only Twist and Brokey left now, and soon it'll be only Brokey, and soon it'll be nobody at all. So G2 take the pistol. FaZe abandon the bomb site, and G2 take what's being given to them.
Brutal, brutal. And that ends G2's, or rather FaZe's streak against G2 on Mirage. Last time these two teams faced, FaZe took 6 T-side rounds in a row to close out the map and just end G2 in an ominous fashion. Now it's going to be G2 winning another pistol. So G2 are just winning pistols against FaZe. They're looking so good.
That certainly helps.
And they start strong here, really shutting down FaZe, at least at the very beginning. Curious to see if FaZe are going to elect to go for the force buy in this round. We may actually have a technical timeout.
Judging by those webcams, similar, it looks like an AI is playing.
An AI is playing?
That's my only conclusion.
Well, I mean,
see 4 players and then computer.
4 players and then computer.
So I think an AI is playing.
Okay. Who would the AI replace on the team?
Well, just whoever's doesn't have a webcam. But if I had to pick,
if you had to replace, exactly. If you had to replace
on which team?
On G2.
Okay, so if an AI was to replace a player,
4 players plus AI. Who would you take out?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Nexa.
Nexa?
Yeah, IGL. You wouldn't want an AI IGLing for you? Million computations per microsecond, just figuring it all out and knowing in each and every moment what you need to be doing in the round to succeed?
Gabe Newell would pick the IGL. So there's a clip on YouTube on Reddit right now.
Sure.
He was talking at a school, and somebody asked him about anti-cheat in CS and so on. But afterwards, he was talking about AI, and I think he said in 8 years there should be an AI which could do his job better than him. Which I could tell you now is not going to happen. But
how so?
I just don't believe that stuff.
That's fair.
I just think like that. I mean,
if his job was playing chess or Go.
Yeah, if it was some kind of more linear thing, but running an entire company, no.
Considering you can still stop an AI-driven car with like a ring of salt around it, I'll be waiting for a little bit.
I'm a non-believer. Look how fast.
Whatever you do, don't talk to Anders about this, though.
Definitely not. Well, down goes Nico, and Hunter will leave an AK lying in the short position. Maybe there's somebody here to rescue him, but perhaps not. Nexa up close with the MP9. There's action all over the map. Cold Zero's made his way onto the bomb site, as has Twist, trying to pepper Nexa, who's on a ramp. Switching positions with the T's, if you will. We can see the crawl space hasn't been broken, which makes it hard for the retake here for G2. They're supposed to be at the advantage. They've got 3 rifles to the 2 of FaZe, who have the bomb site, and Cold walking through the smoke, maybe a masterstroke. Hunter's never going to see this one coming. And down he goes. Nexa and Jax remain. There are defuse kits for both players, but this is a very awkward situation indeed. Oh my god, Karrigan. Liberties are being taken. He's having a pretty good time, is Karrigan. He's definitely delivering some impact frags.
That was such a sick kill, wasn't it? Let's go with the D headshots. FaZe on the board, managing to pick up the second round. Big plays from them. 2 rifles saved, bomb planted, and everything rolling right along. And yeah, chaos. Once again, we saw how successful it was. Maybe that's what actually needs to happen here for FaZe, because we saw them pick up some rounds on that T side on train when things got chaotic and they just played too quick to slow down and overthink things. You know, it seemed to kind of go their way. You just kind of rely on the aim, get in there, get chaotic. Well, in this round, there's just action all over the place. And FaZe managed to come out ahead. And so G2 are going to be the ones on the back foot now, fighting back. And let's see if FaZe can give us a repeat performance, because the last time they played against G2 on this map, and it wasn't long ago, just a couple weeks ago, they destroyed G2 16-5. So repeat performance entirely possible here for FaZe. And they are certainly going to be kicking themselves, FaZe, as it was so close, as you guys can see. Full 30 rounds, 16-14 on train, the first map of this series. It could have been a 2-0. Well, let's see. Is that what's going to happen? Are we going to go the distance? Are we going all 3 maps, Bardolph?
I wouldn't mind an Inferno finisher. I think everybody loves an Inferno finisher. So I wouldn't be against it. But I think Mirage could be an entertaining finish as well. So either one is fine for me. Are you still feeling confident about your FaZe pick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't give a... Come on, man.
That's
Cold
just
Zera, Rain. Am I going to go against Kerrigan?
Confidence from Semler. And Cold is indeed lurking in Palace as FaZe head into Connector. There are many pistoleros for them to deal with on this bomb site. They'll isolate some fights. There's nobody in jungle, but there's no concern towards jungle, or little concern now. Oh, that's a sweep. Actually, it's Rain who gets that kill. That's a tight shot from Cold. So most of the threats have been neutralized. Jax is still moving into the point of no return with the Org 1 versus 4. I think maybe he should have been moving away in that situation.
Probably felt like he was trapped. Lost control of jungle. Probably just going to try and fight his way out of there if he was going to survive at all. But still, it doesn't really change the fact that his team lost the round, and they are going to be in a round of eco here for G2. And Cold's aim is looking snappy. That's why I'm kind of, you know, I haven't lost faith in FaZe just yet, because some of these heavy hitters that we said have to perform for the team to start turning it around and start getting those results, I mean, they're stepping up to the plate. Rain, Cold Zera, both hitting shots. If you can start activating twists in a meaningful way, life is going to get really uncomfortable for G2.
That was 4 HEs into the window. No one was there. That's an eco round strat that people sometimes do. A smoke up on short and then throw the grenades over them into the window. Not something you normally see on a buy round, but I love to see that. 4 HEs there, but nobody's home. Maybe if they save that one for a... well, I mean, if there's a chance that G2 could stack at the window, I suppose. But I'd love to see that on a buy round. Anyway. FaZe with big presence in mid. Not in too much of a rush. They've got trade frag if it's necessary, and it will be on this occasion.
Why does he lead with the bomb? That's just one... I mean, I know it's... They, you know, obviously Semler, you know, they got the kill, but still, if it's leading with the bomb, just always freaks me out, because then you're just committed to that spot on the map. And if you're walking into a stack and the first guy in dies with the bomb, then you're just pretty much having to deal with that stack from there on out.
Bomb has been planted.
What? Is that new USP? Must be.
I couldn't say. You're the skin maestro.
I still like the Ancient Visions. That's my one, with the Crimson Weave gloves. This one's a bit too fancy. I feel like the styling of this one kind of goes out of fashion after a while, whereas the Ancient Visions is timeless.
What is the Ancient Visions?
It's the one from the kind of Mayan collection, if you will, from the Operation.
Okay.
It's got like Aztec stuff on it.
Okay. Timeless, you say?
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, timeless. You've got to go for the timeless picks with your aesthetics. The ones which are too futuristic and stuff, you know, like cool and they're a bit boring after a while, so you've got to avoid those ones. Go for the timeless stuff, the classic stuff, you know.
I appreciate that, Bardolph. You know, as a man who absolutely detests modern architecture, I totally get where you're coming from.
Exactly, yeah. But it's watches from 1989.
See, there you go.
The modern nonsense.
It's almost like we do need to just go back.
Yeah.
More ways than one. All right. 3-1. FaZe in the lead on the T side. And just looking fantastic. Whereas, you know, G2, it is definitely going to be a bit of the struggle now as they have that AWP in play. They finally have the nades, and now we get to go to the default. But again, it's looking like it's going to be Amanek who is going to be opping for G2 on this CT side. They've stuck with it. Nico has definitely thrown in the towel when it comes to opping on Mirage. Pretty sure there was a Coach Lau at one point where Launer's like, oh wow, Nico performed pretty well in Mirage. Let's take a look and see. And it turns out he had the op once, gotten a kill with it, and then never touched it again. Just went back to rifling. And it's like, oh well, that explains a lot. But listen, when you've got arguably the best rifler in the world on your team, just let him rifle. Just let him rifle.
There's an explosion waiting to happen here in mid, but with 2 players for FaZe and Palace, I do wonder if they'll try to run distraction. What does it G2 have sensed here? They've abandoned A completely.
It's retake scenario.
Here comes the run boost. See what Hunter's good for. Oh my god, Nico, the back of the head, and he's dead.
What?
Brokey gets both of them. That is unorthodox to say the least.
Dude, where's the Mountain Dew? You see that 360?
45 seconds on the clock, and they've still got 2 lurkers in Paris. coldzera has made his way out, and he's causing yet more problems. That was quite a play from FaZe. Completely broke the setup of G2. But it's so interesting that G2 sent something, left A completely, put another player at least towards the jungle position, but to no avail.
Please tell me we have a replay of that. Because Brokey just literally pulled off the 360 to save himself. That is insane. Run boost into the first kill. What a round from FaZe. That's going to secure them a 4th round, and G2 right now cannot be pleased with how this is going. Amanek getting 0 value in mid with that AWP. Frustrating, so frustrating on the CT side to make that op work. But they go for the setup. They trust the setup. Unfortunately, they just could not handle Brokey. So FaZe, yeah, now this is really good. This is actually starting to ramp up really nicely here for FaZe. Confidence building rounds. They know that they can beat G2 on the T side. They've done it in the past. They've mauled them on the CT side as well. And so punish picks on both sides here for these teams. And now let's see, did we get it or not? I'm going to be sad. Yeah, here we go. Run boost, first kill.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
No. Oh my god. You've got to put an MLG sticker on your gun after that. He actually
so
360'd him.
That's so sick. Good job, Brokey.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. That is an absolute liberty.
Ooh, very cool though from Amanek. That is slick.
And it's a mixed bag from G2. Nice pre-fire from Rain, sending Amanek down to 10 HP. Very slow start for G2 here on Mirage. Difficult CT side thus far. The FaZe of mid presence has been important to FaZe. On this occasion, they'll fall back after that initial kill, and there are no eyes on mid for G2. And perhaps risks have to be taken here with their weaponry.
And that's why Kerrigan's holding as passively as he is, right? Just like, okay, if you guys are going to push into me, I'm going to try and set myself up to have every advantage here. And as far as the rest of FaZe are concerned, they're going to be gathering up here. With a minute on the clock, they can begin to push on in here. And it is going to be the execute coming in now onto the A site. 2 players here. One playing pretty far back next to with the MP9. Let's see if he can actually get some value. Yep, manages to get past that smoke. He's going to be a triple. And this is Nico with that dig.
Oh, we've seen it before. 30 seconds now. Nexa really desperately trying to stay alive, but it's inevitable at this point. Bombs planted, and I think it's surely a safe situation. You can see Jack's going fishing, and Armanek is around the corner, but with 10 HP, I think he needs to make an exit. Already read by coldzera, looking to cut him off. That pistol we saw earlier is called the Traitor.
Indeed.
Indeed, it is a new weapon in the game.
Okay, then.
Or new skin, rather. So Armanek trying to hide in plain sight. Wishful thinking. I think that he will not survive. And FaZe move to 5. Oof. Oh my god, he died to the explosion. Well, at least there's no kill bonus. No $300 for the players looking for him.
Yeah, thou shalt not have an easy time here. I think it's written somewhere right now for G2, and yeah, they've had enough. They're tapping out. They need to take a tactical here. And I like it. It's going into the first a big buy round here for them, where they're going to have full money. Amanek is going to have that AWP. Let's say second full buy round. But let's see, Amanek and Jax, I think, are playing from the same location, if I'm not mistaken, unless Jax has returned home. But for a while there, Amanek and Jax, I think they were rooming together. And of course, while Nexa, Nico, and Hunter on their own. Tough break here. I mean, in this online era where G2, kind of struggling.
I really want to know what's being hidden behind that giant board. There could be a pile of bodies behind there, for all we know.
I mean, he's got the cleaner hat on, doesn't he?
Or a pile of noodle pots.
More likely,
like
but
home ramen pots,
Yeah, those ramen pots. I don't know if they have ramen pots in France. To be fair, I mean, they might have ramen.
They're probably offended by the thought of a ramen pot, but they're missing out, man.
Dude, you've got baguette and pate over there, man. It's just like the pate's too good. You're just gonna eat that all day.
I do not disagree. Food of my childhood. 3 smokes up in mid. Still presence. Rain is behind the boxes. Nico's creeping around connector. G2 need a change in fortune, and maybe they've got that with Armanek. He's got an angle in the apartments with the AWP, and that will allow G2 to focus heavily on the A bomb side. But as we can see on the radar, the bomb is in B apartments. But of course, Armanek's position is going to be hard for FaZe to challenge. Rain will run denial of information in the mid position. The window has been smoked. And that's a very deep smoke in apartments as Armanek chooses to fall back. They don't have any angles for this B split, actually, so Armanek's a little stuck now. Big headshot. Now, FaZe don't know what lies on the B bomb site beyond Armanek. They don't know that he's the only man there, but they will hear him fall back. There's a boost in the window, and Carrigan's quickly dealt with as well. That's an upgrade of a weapon. We can see that the race is on now. Armanek wondering what might be happening. He's got the angle up on the window, avoids the flashbang. But where is the push? A bit stunted now. Only 2 plays left. Swing and a miss. He has support, though, on the bomb site. The last 2 players in the apartments there is the bomb. All the information G2 need as they close in on the B bomb site. Cold 1 versus 5 with 16 seconds on the clock. Won't be able to fire a bullet. A 500 HP round for G2. Exactly what they were after.
Certainly is. I mean, a stunted kind of round there for FaZe. A little bit frustrated here with this dry peek from Rain, that there was no trade attempt made by a teammate. But perhaps teammates were worried about there being a re-peek from Connector, and so they're trying to hold that angle to see if they can get a kill there instead. So layers on layers, it just does not pan out for FaZe one bit that round, and so G2 collect a second one for themselves. FaZe now, they are going to tap into that bank. They had quite a bit to work with. And so they will be able to make their way in here fully equipped on this round. And now doubling up in Palace. They were fully expecting there to be some aggression from G2 on that side of the map. And instead it's Amanek getting cheeky in the smoke.
Yeah, favouring that position now. Wasn't quite spotted in the round prior. Again, the focus is towards A on this occasion for FaZe. Bomb to be collected by Cold. And again, Rain is top mid. There's a deep setup for G2 on the A bomb site. We can see Jackson Nexa with a crossfire. Nexa just playing for information here. Try to lure FaZe into a trap. Unless FaZe use utility, then Nico will be ready as well from jungle. And Hunter's not too far behind. Concerned with another window play. In the meantime, there's a minute on the clock for FaZe as they slowly creep forward. Piece of utility here and there, the crouch peek with the bomb in tow. We've got some dinks as well, but Jackson's the one to go down. The crossfire's been broken, but there can be others for G2 as they still have jungle control with no smokes up. Nexa falling back now, and again, he can play off of Nico here. 30 seconds remaining. We've got rotations towards CT. Bomb plant becoming difficult now for FaZe. They've got to find more frags, and there's one. Cold Zero's patience pays off, and Nico gets deleted as well. And they fall like dominoes, leaving Armanek in a 1 versus 3. This is still doable. 20 seconds. Warbangs are possible as well. Bit high on that shot. Oh, Cold Zero, how on earth is he still alive?
Oh, no,
Armanek down to 1 HP through the box, and he's out of here.
1 health, and Cold Zero's going to be close enough. Going to be close enough, but he has no way of knowing whether or not he's getting watched, and he is so low on health himself, but it's well worth taking the risk. There's money in the bank for him and his teammates. Oh, he spots him. Gonna see him. There it is. Beautiful shot from coldzera. Shuts down Amanek, does not let him get away with that AWP. Really trying to apply a maximum amount of pressure to G2's bank. There will be enough money to rebuy an AWP for JW, or for JW, for G2. I see.
Well, there's a lack of consistency in rounds here for G2. It has been a drought on this CT side. Just a pistol. They win one round and they're broken again by FaZe. The buy is coming through. You'll see it soon enough. Difficult game of Mirage so far. Had a fair amount of slow rounds. We'll see if the pace changes from FaZe. Try to catch G2 off guard, perhaps. Again, there's been early presence from FaZe in mid. Previously with around 3 players, and often of late it's been Rain mainly. Smoke to create some space for himself, and down goes Brokey. Again, Armanek with an early frag towards the B bomb site. That has been a consistent for G2, but they need more than that. Need to convert some more rounds here. You can see Carrigan edging forward, looking for the trade fragger immediately. Very aware, but he will fall back somewhat. Jack, look at this aggression from Jax. coldzera, though, again, further away from the point of contention. Superior angle, but Jax is still alive. And there's only 3 players left for FaZe Clan. All goes quiet again as we head towards that minute mark.
And again, I kind of feel like I want to see FaZe pick up the pace, just because when they're playing slow and drawn out like this, it feels like it's not always really working out in their favor. Would perhaps like to see a little bit more aggression out of them and maybe some chaos. We are going to get the setup as the molly goes down into window. We will get that smoke on short, and FaZe will group up accordingly, which is kind of what you expect them to do in a 3v5. Hope that you can get in here, you can trade, and you can get that bomb planted, because you desperately need that money right now if you're FaZe. Your bank is tapped.
Well, FaZe are surrounded on this bomb site as they are delayed on A ramp. There's a CT rotation from Armanek with the AWP, but his help has gone. Now, can he pick up where they left off? There's a... Oh my god, how on earth is he still alive? Bomb planted, Armanek creeping with the AWP. This is going to be hard. G2 look to lose everything here. The angle coldzera is holding will be a problem, and so will that one from Carrigan. You can see coldzera starting to move now, starting to warm up late on. And once again, Armanek is in the CT position, having to fall back. This has repeatedly been a problem for him, but maybe this time he will survive. FaZe move to 7 on the T side of Mirage.
That is an outrageous round for FaZe to win. The fact that they managed to actually come back down 2 players and actually winning the round. And so now FaZe, I mean, I take it back. Slow play can still work out for these guys, and maybe they are truly benefiting from getting to actually sit side by side here, truly play on LAN, actually have each other's back. They can feel like a team right now, and this has got to be a revitalizing experience. Just really have to put the emphasis on that for FaZe. The fact that these guys can actually play on LAN finally after all this time, kind of playing at home alone and trying to stay focused in that environment. Kerrigan expressed how difficult that can be. And well, what a shot from Amanek.
You have to respect that. And again, Rain's he's been alone in mid so often. That is a great way to deal with him. Armanek rotating that AWP, that hero AWP that has had some impact towards B, but again, not enough for more rounds. Hunter will run in with the flash. They know there are more players towards A. They still have the man advantage, G2. And if FaZe choose to fall back, then maybe rifles can be collected. Very awkward situation now for FaZe Clan with the remaining 3 players. Brokey just lurking around that X on the radar at the moment, just in case somebody is a little greedy, wants more cake than birthdays.
Would kind of like to see them group up again, though, just because you spread out like this. You're putting AKs at risk. If if G2 have buddied up on this eco round, you run the risk of maybe getting one, but then donating an AK over to G2. And so G2 right now with 3 on A. We can have Amanek rotating over towards the B site. G2 electing to try and cover a bit more ground here rather than going for the gamble and focusing on one site. Not sure if I agree with this, James. I was actually pretty happy with Amanek over towards A and kind of just focusing on defending that A site. Now Amanek has to rotate over quick. There is a window for him to get in here towards CT, and he is about to hit it. They are slow, FaZe.
Oh, I thought Karrigan was doomed, but Nico didn't have the angle for the crouch. And again, Amanek struggling towards CT, but look at the time on the clock. 15 seconds left, and Nex is just hiding there. He's just waiting. The pre-fire is here from coldzera. So aware to spatial awareness. Karrigan through the smoke if necessary. Tex, can he find the angle? He can, but the bomb is planted. One-on-one now. Instant trade from Amanek, and a third round for G2 costs them close to everything, but they've got a round on the board.
Managing to finally do it, finally break that streak. But again, FaZe just so slow, it feels like. When they need to be going and speeding up a bit, it ends up costing them as the smokes are going to clear, and that leaves them vulnerable when they really needed to have that cover working for them. And so, again, fractions of seconds make a difference in Counter-Strike. A fantastic call 2 seconds later can be a disaster. And while here, the hesitation winds up costing them. And I think the players, now we may actually have to see the reverse of that meta, where I think it's becoming a little bit too predictable, players sitting in smokes. And players are starting to take advantage of that. They're starting to really hold on smokes and just wait and see. Instead of trying to pre-aim other angles through the smoke, they're actually holding the smoke itself because so many players are just sitting in it.
Amanek so important on this CT side for G2. Didn't quite get the full connection there, but the impact frags have been key. They've had the potential to be key. Many of those kills towards B didn't yield around for G2, but we can see how important he is in this makeup on this CT site. Rain creeping through. Nico, same position, better weapon, absolutely ready. Brokey with the crouch peeks, looking for Amanek, and Armanek's on the way, just showing a bit of elbow, but he gets the better of Brokey on this occasion. Cold now, and a 1 versus 5 as G2 look for a 4th round, and there's no money for FaZe Clan. This is so important for them. Only good for 1 kill though, and now G2 could even end up leading in this half once it's over.
There's a real chance, although they've been pretty good about getting bomb plants, FaZe, so I'm not going to write them off just yet, even if they are kind of economically behind now. If they get a bomb plant in this round, which is going to be an eco round, they're going to be just fine going into the next one, and they can keep the pressure going on G2. More about G2, keeping bodies alive. They need to keep all of their gear going here. The remaining 4 rounds in this first half have to go their way. And so this is just kind of getting a little bit out of hand here. Nico holding close. HE in the ramp, just going to go right on by. Karrigan leading with the bomb, and this is what I was talking about. I mean, they are going to commit to the A site, but again, that bomb carrier pretty much guaranteeing that they have to commit to the A site. And wow, that's a quick round of eco.
Fast eco round is a good eco round. 5
get it out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like pulling out a tooth or something, or a splinter.
Tie it to a door, tie the door to a car, tie the car to a boat.
There you go.
And the boat to a falling building. And you're probably good.
It's like dominoes. Just bigger and bigger dominoes to pull a tooth out.
Yeah. That's how I would do it.
Okay, fair enough. We see a lot of property damage around the household with James growing up.
Single sniper in the hands of G2 again. Amanek has a chance to be key. Nico changing things up, not in connector this time. Popping coldzera, hello old friend, and goodbye, dispatched off. Karrigan looking for revenge, but Nico's here once more. He's got help on the low ground as well. And we've got a CT position, so there's a crossfire. Down the ladder, nice pop flash from Nico. Really looking for some highlights here. The bomb's been dropped by Hunter, and Nico's looking for more. He will find it, leaving Rain in the 1 versus 5. And again, looking for a multi-frag now, and Hunter will deny him just in time. 6 rounds on the board for G2. Can they make it to 8?
What a shame he couldn't get that knife. Just hoping to get that bonus 15. That bonus 1500.
I think he's going for the multi-frag there.
You think he was going for the multi?
Yeah.
I think he's going.
He's trying to do as much as he can.
I think he's trying to shank.
I do appreciate a good shank. In Counter-Strike, at least.
Indeed. Although, definitely looking forward to seeing what FaZe can do here in these next 2 rounds, as they are going to be just powering up. And again, HE's to mid window. Bam, 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 bam. Hoping to catch somebody. Unfortunately for them, nobody peeking mid this round. Very quick up con, though. And FaZe really trying to pick up the pace. Love to see it.
They're spreading like ants, FaZe, but they're being stepped on. being sprayed. Bug repellent is out. Zero looking for an opportunity. At this point, the damage is irrelevant. It's purely about trying to clutch the round. That looks less and less likely. Or is it? Carrigan's managed to pick up the AK-47. 1 versus 4 made 3. There's a chance to collect the bomb as well. And with over a minute on the clock, he could go anywhere he likes. He could head top mid and go back towards ramp. If Nexa was still by the ramp, he would have heard Carrigan top mid, and then they would have really closed the net. But he does not have that audio cue. So Carrigan has a gamble to make. One of these bomb sites will have just the one player on it. That will be B. Armanic and CT spawn. Carrigan's got some work to do. We can see Nexa closing in on ramp now. Maybe there's a chance of a default plant if he can catch Armanic off guard. I think there was a sound cue there. Not sure if he was close enough, but looks like he is going to catch him completely unawares. There's a default plant. Not much that can be done about it. He's going for the full round here. 18 seconds now. He's going for the more open plant. That was a mistake. Oh my God, Carrigan! Carrigan versus Jax now. He has to assume that he is on the B bomb site and he's making his way one way or another. And there he is. Oh, I can't believe he's clutched that. That's absolutely outrageous from Carrigan. A 4K stealing around for FaZe Clan. They were not supposed to win that one.
They were not, but again, Carrigan coming up with those impact plays, man. He leads from the front, Bardolph. He gets the job done. This shot that he gets on Nexa's filthy. Let's see it. Bam. Just
the taps.
So sick.
He's smurfing.
Oh, 15th round now, and FaZe take the lead on the T side in this first half. That is terrific as far as they're concerned. It puts them in a position to get 9-6 as well. Although G2, they did manage to show some fight there, chaining 4 rounds in a row, so they've actually got some money. They will have a full buy. This is going to be a tactical timeout taken by FaZe. And so now setting up for the final round of this first half. Carrigan, she's like, listen, guys, if I can click heads, you can click heads, right? Twists, don't worry, man. You're overthinking things. You're getting ahead of yourself.
Twist has got those murderer glasses.
Yeah,
like
straight from the 80s.
Michael Douglas and Falling Down,
He can just do some ruthless things.
Absolutely.
The thing is, though, is that Twist is not really doing ruthless things on the server right now. And on Mirage, last time around, these two teams faced, Twist was the monster just murking everybody. These last 2 maps have been pretty quiet from Twist.
Oh, Coldzera has half a chance, and Nico knows nothing about it. Nothing about it at all. I'm sure he's frustrated with that one. Potential desk puncher. Well then. Again, we said everybody in FaZe, including Carrigan, is capable of popping off, and that was an exceptional round from Carrigan, which could change the face of this half. G2 with some momentum swiftly taken away, but we are at that last round now of this first half. Very light on utility are G2, and Armanic gets popped by Twist. That's an impact frag, only his 4th kill in this half. Hunter trying to hold things down as best he can, but Twist is here again.
Hangs around, gets that 2nd kill, and now Twist, is he aware that there could have been a flank through? Oh, he's going to spot him, but he gets caught reloading his gun. At least that's very valuable information now picked up. They know that he can come from mid, and you can see the quick rotation from Rain, making sure that he covers ramp. And now, it's just done here for Nexa. What's he going to do? 1v3 retake. They spot you top mid, and now you have to win this fight, and it's just not going to happen. 9-6 at the end of the half for FaZe.
Yeah, and that's a lot of thanks to Carrigan for those late rounds. Really big clutch from him. Let's see what else they have in the tank FaZe Clan. If they can take it to a 3rd map, we'll find out after the break. Well, Semler's convinced that this is going to a third map. It wouldn't surprise me. Again, I think it's still going to be reasonably close in the second half.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I honestly don't favor either team right now.
Okay. I think on this map, at least the last time these two teams played, I mean, FaZe just utterly shut down G2 on the CT side. So odds are we're going to get a repeat here. And FaZe now, after getting that many rounds on the T side, it should be boding pretty well for them in this second half. I'm thinking we're going to get our Inferno. I have not given up on FaZe. And with how many points I've put on FaZe, I am going to murk all of you in the prediction game today.
So, I put the minimum on G2 and put most of it on Heroic. I put 750 Heroic, 250 G2.
Just not going to get that return, Bardolph, I'm sorry.
This half could have ended 8-7 in G2's favor, but Karrigan just had something to say about that, He just decided that this was not going to be the way. And do you know what? I don't mind, because I love to see these kind of performances from Karrigan. I don't want to see him underperforming. I think you can have a big name squad like FaZe Clan has always been, and have an IGL who underperforms. But Karrigan is very capable of delivering himself. We saw it in Mousesports, and we see it today in FaZe in a ridiculous clutch. It was absolutely outrageous. It was plain rude.
It was. Clean headshots is the main thing. And well, I mean, to be fair, it's just like on Train. I'm feeling pretty good about a FaZe Clan that's got cold Zera hitting shots, that's got, the hitters on there that have been actually kind of struggling recently. Cold in particular is the one that I pay close attention to. I've been saying from the start that Cold, he is going to be integral to the success for this team. And so until he gets online, FaZe are going to struggle. Well, I didn't mean that once Cold gets online, Twist needs to go quiet.
Yep.
That's going to make life a little bit difficult. I think that's why we have so many rounds going G2's way, because Twist has been pretty quiet so far. Rain has been pretty quiet so far this map. Could have been even more of a one-sided scoreline if either of those guys picked up any of the plays.
As long as someone is picking up the slack,
Indeed.
Then I'm happy. And Karrigan came in when he needed to, which was great to see. But I mean, on this T side now for G2, who are you looking at to deliver?
Oh, it's got to be Kovac and Kovac. They got to take him to court. Sue him.
To the Hague?
Putting the suit on. They got the briefcase. And they're just going to go after him, man, because it's going to be a painful half here for FaZe if Nico and Hunter can pop off. Especially because I don't think Nico goes for the AWP on this T side. I really want to see the rifle from him. I want to see quick plays from G2 and just get in there and smash them.
Well,
so do not let FaZe get comfortable.
What we've seen so far from Armanek is that he's got the flicks for the chicks, so I think I would expect him to have the AWP if someone's going to have it, but we shall see. Not always required on a Mirage. True.
And so that's where it's like, okay, just lean into the rifles. Lean hard into the rifles. We've seen Nico go for like the Krieg on T side Mirage. It's an option. I'd rather see that than the op from him right now.
Nico's been gifted a P250 by the likes of Armanek. And it's Nexa with the Glock kill to respond to Twist's USP, but Brokey will do one better for FaZe Clan, giving him a man advantage. coldzera looking for info. There is one under the window, not sure if he's seen it. You can see Nico going for the taps there again, looking for the trade fragger. Always got to look at the other positions you're vulnerable to once you've announced your position. But there was nobody by the stairs. A brazen bomb plant is denied by FaZe Clan. And indeed, Simla, I start to wonder now if we're looking at a 12-6 scoreline before the big buys come out for G2.
Indeed. Yes, quite. I do believe. I don't know how to do a British accent, I'm afraid.
I was wondering what region that was.
It's going to be... I was
thinking Nigeria,
if I do a British accent, it either sounds Australian or I start just going into the south and, boy.
Yeah, it was going there a little bit.
And that's not what we're going for here. The Brits, you got to do a bit of an underbite, I suppose. But then again, still just goes right into a southern.
All I hear is American.
Yeah, not happening. So FaZe, they go for the rifles, and it's going to be a force buy coming out of G2. They are not going to waste any time at all. They need to try and put a stop to FaZe running away with this. And I was kind of deep down hoping that we would just get the explosive B rush, just straight up. Exploit the fact that they might be light on nades. But instead, it is going to be a bit of pressure in connector here in a moment. And well, let's see FaZe. As far as FaZe are concerned, they're just kind of covering all the boxes right now. 3 on A, 2 on B. Default, straight out of the box. Not even messing with the settings.
Well, the split is on. We can see FaZe playing as much range as possible. Big flashbang, and Rain will say hello. Oh, the bomb's been dropped. That's awkward. They really need this bomb plant. It's a big part of their plan. Armanek being real careful about it, collects the bomb, but he would be exposed to the short position. I think I saw a little poke through the smoke there from Twist, who makes his way around, and they are indeed surrounded. A shooting gallery in favor of FaZe. Everybody gets a deletion, but they got 2 kills from that. They didn't get the bomb plant. I think that's like the base of where they need to be in that round, but 2 kills is something. It's a consolation.
An utter brutal constellation, but no bomb plant means no fun this round. Should have a hard eco and probably just a straight rush, and that's really, it goes down to timing when maybe a split second's difference there, right? That smoke blooms and then they start crossing. All of a sudden that bomb may not be getting dropped and you're not getting that wrench thrown in things in the machinery. And so it's all in the detail. And so Brokey applying a little bit of pressure mid with that HE, and they were thinking about it. At least Amanek was trying to hope to catch somebody there. Not meant to be, though, unfortunately for him.
Looks like we are headed to that 12-6 scoreline. I thought it was likely post-pistol. And I can't imagine this is the one. I mean, we've seen rounds 1 with Glocks. There are some Desert Eagles here and the P250 for Hunter, but what can one really expect? Big flash, but they don't fire any guns. They don't give any information to FaZe. Let's not forget those lands of old where, those many years ago, in those smaller lands, throw a flashbang, look at your teammates, your opponent's faces. There's 3 in main.
Sick HE. That is beautiful. Rain is going to find a headshot on Hunter. And yeah, that is going to be it. I mean, days of old, flashes, all that. It did kind of take away from that LAN element, though. You know, that was kind of a... At least, what was it, like Blast? Where at least they were standing, they were sitting face to face somewhat. Sure, they put screens up so you couldn't see during the game, but the players could still interact between rounds, and I thought that was cool. Cold popping off and everything, right? Do wish we could bring a bit of that Copenhagen Games feel back sometimes to the lands.
Apart from the spread of disease.
What? What do you mean?
Everyone gets sick.
What?
When they go to Copenhagen Games.
Oh, because they're weak.
Because they're weak.
Yeah.
Because they're inferior humans.
They are. I've never gotten sick. I've never gotten land. This land plague and all that. It's just like, oh yeah, maybe you like exercise every now and again and like maybe just eat some food.
Stop rubbing your faces on the table surfaces.
It's like, get out of here.
Putting
I don't know, wash your hands every now and again.
Yeah.
I've shaken thousands of hands and I've never gotten sick at land.
Gotta respect this man's hygiene. Demands respect.
Indeed.
Well then, 12-6 in the second half game begins. We have the AWP in the hands of Brokey. Some shots fired top mid. No damage done just yet. We can see Carrigan moving into an aggressive position with an MP9. Cold Zero's in a few different spots where he could throw a pop flash. I have to hold on to it for now. He's only got that 1 flash.
But the patient play. Hoping to catch FaZe fishing for information as we approach the minute mark here. And G2 just gathered. This is going to be a 4 on A soon. FaZe, they've got the read. This will be utterly brutal for FaZe if they, or for G2, if they go onto this site where FaZe players are stacked up, ready for them. This is fixing to be a terrible situation for G2.
40 seconds on the clock. Bear in mind that Nico, okay, he's going to drop a big flash into the bomb site for a team. I thought it was mainly a lurk, but as a support. But look at Twist. We spoke about individual plays. Got a 2-man spray down. 30 seconds to plant this bomb as the trades continue. Now down to the 1v1. Carrigan making his way over. Maybe he gets a rifle upgrade. Indeed, he does. Molotov into the perfect spot, the jungle. That allows Nexa to go for that bomb plant. It's a default bomb plant, and there's a kit right in front of him. But Carrigan already has one. And he does emerge from the jungle position. Nexa being real careful now. You can stand on the box in connector and see over default, so you got to be real careful about where you stand. This time there's no clutch from Carrigan. Nexa makes it to 7. Still life in the old dog yet of G2.
Unreal. And that time, yeah, it's Nexa getting revenge for that last clutch from Carrigan. But man, how is it that you manage this? Nexa coming up with the goods, 2 kills, and then the clutch in the end. That was with 4 players ready and waiting on the A side for FaZe, and G2 blow through that defense and turn it into a 1v1. Not supposed to happen, and that may rattle FaZe just a little bit, because that is absolutely not supposed to happen. They should have been just completely annihilated, and Twist started off strong with this double. It all looked good. And so now, well, G2, they're going to get a breath of fresh air. FaZe had him in a full Nelson, and now, well, they managed to wiggle their way out of that one.
I love Hero AWP. It's all about Brokey. We've got a fact-finding mission. The probes are being sent out to clear the fog of war.
Ah, you see, he's got that Slate AK. He's got that black AK there, you know, with the stickers. There we go.
Yeah, you can do a lot with that.
It actually just absorbs
With
light.
the gloves as well, it does, doesn't it? Vanta black, maybe.
Trippy. All right. Maybe I can get on board with that one, Bardolph.
Ooh, Nico. But where is Brokey's AWP? That is still to be identified, and maybe it's going to be... Oh, the timing. The timing. That's a great flick from Brokey, though. But there's no full commitment from G2. But I'm worried because there are 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb's top mid. We've got 2 players by connector. And of course, you take a shot with the AWP, you rotate it elsewhere. Now, where is this bomb headed? Cold0 spotting the player and connected by the window. And he catches Hunter off guard with a re-peek. Out the window he goes, spots Nico top mid. And that's the bomb carrier. 24 seconds on the clock. Brokey jumping into action, but he gets utterly deleted. Twist can try to pick up the AWP, but he's denied by Nico's AWP. Scary stuff, but G2 are still alive, and they're on 8 now.
All over the place. But yeah, 2 rounds in a row now for G2. Round of Eco concludes for FaZe. They will have money for the buy, but it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a strong one. They're going to be very light on the nades. In fact, they are prioritizing firepower straight up, going for M4s. So very light on the grenades. Not a kit to be seen. This is cutthroat here from FaZe. They'll need to get it done very quickly here and just smash this push when it comes through from G2. And G2 electing to go for a group. Are they going to scrim their way through this? Are there going to be any smokes? Okay, smokes are going over. And yeah, just one single flash straight on through, pushing out. And Rain, he is at risk of getting his head taken off right here. There it is. Nexa and Jax working together in duo.
Riddled with bullets. Can see the molly by the bench, stop the CTs pushing through the smoke. Classic smokes, vintage smokes and vintage spray downs on Mirage, leaving Brokey and Cold0. Are you feeling nervous yet? Because this gap is being closed by G2.
They're looking very confident. And to be fair, they're looking a bit more confident than I thought they would without Malik on board, without their coach. I mean, it's worth mentioning that the coaches are not interacting the same way with the players here at RMR events as per the ruling. And so I think that, you know, Malik plays a pretty big role on G2. See him doing a lot of talking in the timeouts, etc. usually. But right now, this is just the 5 players on their own.
Yeah, maybe it's just karaoke.
Job of rallying here in the second half. Very nice deny.
Hunter being the operative word. 3 rounds in a row for G2 in this second half, and FaZe's lead is thinning. They are as they started now in this half, just 3 rounds ahead. 12-6 was such a strong scoreline for FaZe, but we are in a very different situation now. Broke on the CT side. Brokers Pocus. We have a few P250s in this pistol round for FaZe. Not much to be offered. Not even a Desert Eagle, but they do have numbers in mid. And we have to wonder about these flicks, if they're going to be here with the AWP. No, AWP gets dropped immediately. They can't afford a second loss here. Jack's down to the pistol, trying to fall back. There's surely no time to reload. Push is coming. Twist on the AWP now. It's going to go for the flick or land one, but it's a consolation frag as G2 prevail. Double figures for G2 now. They rescue the AWP as well. And FaZe are back on the buy.
I mean, I can drop one as well. It's really not going to put too much of a dent in their economy, losing the 2 players. Had they lost a third, that's when, you know, you start shaking your head. But getting into double digits now. G2, I like the aggression coming in from FaZe in the eco round. Just get it over with quick. See if you can do some damage. If you can't, it's fine. Focus on this upcoming round. Brokey now with that AWP once again in hand. And flash over mid, but again, G2. You can see the setup. Smoke going down may ruin things here, though. No, the flash. It's a beautiful pop flash. Rain can't see anything coming.
Yeah, and it's so important they both jump out either side of that smoke to make it as hard as possible to deal with. Twist now has to deliver. The bomb is dropped. He's bought a few precious seconds for his team to get into position. You can see Carrigan threatening to make a play on bench, but will he play off one of his teammates? Armanek down the stairs while Carrigan's hiding in plain sight. Carrigan could be real key here, and out he comes. No respect. And he's got information for his team now. They know where I think all the T's are. I think we heard a shot fired by Nico. So FaZe should know where G2 are roughly, which will make their lives harder for them. Armanek going for the default plant as the flashbang comes up. Nico he's not going to see him in time. He swung already, but the bomb's planted just in time. Again, they know where Nico is, but it's up to FaZe to defuse this bomb. And Nico knows that one of them is in CT, but where is Brokey? Cold Zero showing presence. That smoke's maybe gone a bit too deep for him. And again, just running distraction as Brokey looks for an angle. Doesn't seem to be quite sure as to where Nico is. Avoids the flashbang, but can he find the shot? Indeed he can. Nico can't. And FaZe moves to 13.
Must-win round for FaZe, keeping their cool, saving the AWP as well. Double. Nice. Who's going to be able to pick that one up? I guess you can hand it over to Twist if you wanted to. Twist actually really stepping up in this second half. He is redeeming himself. Seems way more comfortable on the CT side than on the T side right now. Fitting into the system. And maybe it's Cold that's going to hold on to this AWP for FaZe. Interesting double op setup now, and so FaZe are going to be putting themselves in a winning position. It's all on G2. Pressure is mounting. They absolutely do not want FaZe getting up to 14 rounds. This is where you have to put a stop to it, G2. Oop. Oh, that's unfortunate. Timing is missed. I'm glad that they don't try to make that work, because Nico is posted up ready and waiting with a pot shot. That would not have gone well. But now we look at the crunch potential here from G2. Back in the mid. Yay! And Jax, well, as far as he's concerned, he is here to draw a little bit of attention to mid, make sure that FaZe keep playing this honestly. Kerrigan with the jump peaks. Not entirely sure what the plan is. I mean, right now G2 are just trying to show presence everywhere on the map. Really trying to sow confusion in the ranks for FaZe, not make it clear what they have in store, because that bomb is currently waiting over on the A side of the map. Whereas for now, they've been making a lot of noise mid, and they're going to show a presence here towards B. Oh, that's unfortunate for Cold that the molly spreads on him.
37 seconds on the clock. Everyone is alive. FaZe with some kind of read towards the A bomb side, excuse me. We could potentially see Carrigan emerge from short, which could have a part to play in this. And out comes the charge. Bells are being rung, but G2 are alive. Jack's dropped. They've got two CTs down, and the bomb's on the floor as well. Plays activating all over the shop. Jungle kills coming through, but that bomb has to get planted. It's in the hands of Nico, and the cavalry, the cover is being denied. Carrigan jumping over. Did he spot the player by bench? 7 seconds on the clock. Where's the bomb plant? I'm going to go for it. There are enough bullets, but there's not enough personnel. How on earth have G2 won that? Absolute anarchy on the A bomb site. 5 of the last 6 rounds now for G2. That one was really down to the wire. Scary stuff if you're a G2 fan.
And Rain is really struggling to come up with an impact over here on the A site. He gets caught again out in the open. He is really not coming up with the kills that are going to make things easier here for his team. Yeah, Jax, a little bit of gratefulness there for how that one panned out for him. And well, that's a good thing. But FaZe really struggling, and Rain really struggling right now to have an impact. And it's unfortunate, given his performance on Train, how strong he started in this series. Here on Mirage individually, it's a bit of a struggle for him, and he's playing a key role, at least being that first point of contact over towards A. If he keeps dying without at least trading 1-for-1, it is really making life difficult for his team. It puts his team in those weird situations. So now, well, G2 should be feeling pretty comfortable about things. This is another round of eco here from FaZe. They've got a couple of MAC-10s in it. Just chuck those MAC-10s onto the site. Let them clear the way, get the bomb planted, and we can look at the 26th round.
Window smoke is out. Flashes into the side. Namek's going to blind himself, or somebody will. The MAC-10, though, will still be successful, but can he get more out of this? As we can see Brokey hiding in plain sight with this USP. Oh, he's really trying to play for something, but there's not really much for FaZe to glean from this round. They'll get no kills from it. 1 round between these squads now, but look at the momentum. We've got 6 from 7 rounds in favor of G2. And plenty of skulls there. They're winning by elimination. They are deleting Scorched Earth on Mirage. Do they continue with these 2 MAC-10s? If so, then their money's more or less together, but it will be an interesting prospect. Only 2 players lacking helmets for FaZe Clan, and it seems it may be a fast one, maybe because of these MAC-10s towards this A bomb site. Will they burst through the smoke? We can see that there is some semblance of a crossfire for FaZe Clan in the A bomb site. We can see G2 quietly moving away from Palace now. So that was their plan A. What is their plan B?
Plan B is looking like a hidden B site. And I don't mean here in Los Angeles. They are definitely still over in Europe, don't worry. But they have left the man in mid, and that is Hunter, who's still currently occupying the bench area, listening primarily for information right now. Can he hear any rotations from FaZe? Is anybody going to be make a mistake and give him an audio cue to play off of? Because with 50 seconds on the clock, FaZe are still a little bit in the dark as to what G2 are trying to do here. Smoke and window isn't going to help.
40 seconds on the clock. All these rounds going down to the wire. These kills have got to go your way. A pop flash and a swing, but coldzera avoids all of it. And he holds the position. The B split is denied. And that means the bomb has to rotate into the apartments. And they're still being denied, FaZe Clan. G2 rather. Carrigan, first one to drop on the B bomb site. FaZe looking to hold now. Bomb still on the way. Nexa has got to plant this bomb on Nico holds, but there are so many targets here. FaZe not making it easy. Look at the swing from Brokey and co. And then there was Nexa, 6 seconds to plant the bomb, and there's fire ahead of him. Maybe a question of damage. Can't see the targets until it's too late. FaZe move 1 away.
They are now 2 rounds away from extending this to a 3rd map to going the distance on Inferno, and you know that they're going to be pumped up now. This is where that land advantage has to really come to the fore. They can give each other high fives, and they can get each other riled up, as this is nice. Again, a perfect position, a perfect read from coldzera on the situation. What was coming? And I'm wondering if that is the angle of the smoke grenade they got thrown, if that's what gave it away, because he was watching window when that smoke went down, and you can tell roughly where that smoke's getting thrown from based on how it lands in the window. Ooh. If that's enough of a tell for him to realize what is happening at that point in the round.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Dude, Rain, I'm sorry, bud. I cursed you. He has yet to get a kill in I don't know how many rounds now.
Oh my God, Brokey is in such an awkward position, but he has some help, or had some help. Twist is now history. Brokey still alive, so close, but not quite. This could be a colossal round for G2. FaZe getting deleted. Suddenly things speed up. So many late rounds. There's still over a minute on the clock, and there are 4 players alive on the server, or maybe 3.5, 2.5. Hunter and Nico so low. This is still clutchable by gold, especially as they cross. I wonder if there was a question mark on the radar there as the CT crossed past that smoke. The timing was so close. I think that may be what caused the spray through the smoke at the beginning. And coldzera is headed away. Unfortunate situation for him. Again, Hunter and Nico combined 22 HP. Simply holding the cross to the site could have been very fruitful, but it seems there will be some kind of fact-finding mission. Next to the high health player is going to run straight into... Oh, I think he fired a bullet. That's all the information. Oh my God. So many things potentially happening, but it is going the way of G2. coldzera, I don't think... Or does he realize? Oh my God. He's going to save. He doesn't know how low they are. There are like 50 different possibilities there, but it's the worst one for FaZe Clan.
Absolutely disaster. When they rewatch the demo on this, is that going to be painful or what?
G2 are surely going to dispose of one of these snipers. It makes sense for them to hold him now, since they're low health, just in case Cold goes for it. But 2-Ops T-side could be weird. G2 moves to 13, and the money for FaZe Clan kind of sucks.
Yeah, this is all disaster now at this point as far as FaZe are concerned. Letting G2 get within striking distance of tying it up. Back-to-back 30 rounds here possible. And there it is, timeout getting called by FaZe. And we do have maybe just enough money. Dude, Rain cannot catch a break right now. It's actually ridiculous. Every single round he is dying. No matter where he happens to be standing on that A site, he is getting shot. He cannot seem to get it right now. That is such a frustrating situation because it's just, I mean, FaZe are perpetually playing down a man. And I mean, struggle as they might, G2 on this map, that is still an advantage that a pro team is going to have trouble squandering. They are going to definitely get something done there. And so now it is going to be a situation where FaZe, what can they do? They've got the rifles. They're going to be able to just barely squeak out a buy. MP9 on Kerrigan, just trying to save the money so he can afford a couple of grenades to work with.
Huge round. So much on the line here. Nobody wants to be sent to the bin of the losers bracket. FaZe Clan fighting for a third map here. In goes the MAC-10, and Cold is going to hold on for the time being. Traded by Nexa though, but G2 are mostly still on the high ground. Awkward fight for Kerrigan, falling back to join his teammates to try and defend from the other side of the smoke. Hunter with a great jump. We'll explain that one later. Looking for more now as Kerrigan looks to Pepper. Running out of bullets, so the Shadow is spotted, and Hunter will swat him. Slight man advantage, only for a brief time though. Nexa still up top with the bomb, waiting for the flank from Jax, which comes in just in time. Now Twist has all the information, and there's Nexa spotted. Down to 16 HP, but he's still alive, and the score is tied.
14-14, and FaZe taking the fights. FaZe going bold there, but just not winning any of the duels. Nexa, as you can see, getting the flank on one, and Hunter.
See that jump? One edge of the barrel is not on even ground, but one edge you can basically crouch jump on it and basically be accurate immediately. So you can use that for a peek into the apartments or there as well. So that's definitely something to learn for those of you at home. He's ready to engage immediately. If he goes for just a basic bitch jump, he gets wrecked there. But he went for the fast jump, essentially, the fast crouch jump. So
would expect that from a pro.
Know your angles. Get your protractor out.
How is that an angle though?
Well, there's an angle on the barrel.
Oh, okay, that's it, right?
You have to go on a certain side because the floor is uneven, so therefore there is an angle similar.
So you have to jump. You have to know your jump mechanics.
Yeah. So you'd want to probably crouch jump and hold right for the angle he's holding there to land correctly, and then boom, off to the races.
You got a perfect, well, as we saw there, a perfect shot that opens it up.
Exactly. And FaZe now are up the creek. They're in trouble. They are in a lot of trouble. There's 14 apiece. They are in a position to concede match point to G2, and there's not much they can do about it unless they want to ruin their economy. Unless they put all their money on AMC. It would be a big gamble. They will play the more conservative position and have one more buy in the next round, but this is a dangerous one. We've got the 4 Desert Eagles and a P250 on Brokey, and there's plenty of Kevlar. They can absorb a few bullets. They can avoid the aim punch and try to do something. Can't avoid that headshot from Jax though. And you can see G2 simply abusing the numbers. We've seen a few B splits attempted, and this will be another one which will probably be successful. Brokey with the honest P250, best gun in the game, but won't be enough on this occasion. Match point G2.
And this is off of the back of a big save coming in here from FaZe. They are going to be able to get that AWP on Brokey once again. And at least Rain has managed to pick up a couple of kills here, but this is it. And you are staring at a double elimination bracket. Fair enough, you're going to go down into the lower bracket, but if you lose there, that's it, you're done. You get nothing. And the points are absolutely crucial going forward. You're not going to get many of these RMR events to play off of in order to qualify for the World Championship, the major happening later this year in Stockholm. And so, you know, you're talking 2 massive brands, massive teams going at it in the first round, and one of them is going to go down to the lower bracket here, barring some kind of massive play. And so FaZe now, what is it? It's going to be the double AWP once again. Kerrigan going for the second op this time instead of Cold Zera. And of course, G2 on the other side, fully equipped and ready to go. This is a painful situation for FaZe going into this one. They don't even have enough money to afford a kit. It's just nades, having to prioritize nades. No, okay, Kerrigan's got a kit. Kerrigan's got one, but...
So I expect he'll be in position towards the B bomb site and he'll focus on A, but there are players in the apartments and Nico's already posted up. There is a gap angle that you can hold with the AWP as well. That's exactly the same jump. He'll be holding back. Same thing we saw from Hunter, where you get up quickly so you're ready to take a shot immediately. And Nico will be repositioning as presence is shown by G2. Still, we have coldzera holding the short position very passively, not even in the ladder room. And Kerrigan with an off angle in apartments. He may get more aggressive later, especially as presence is shown in mid from G2. Look at FaZe on ramp. I don't know if any of this has been heard by Nexa in Palace, but we can see that Rain is all the way down ramp. And look at these numbers going through connected. They were lining up for Brokey. That could have been 2. Back to the well he goes, and down goes Jax. Twist now and CT could also deliver. And this might just be overtime. 5 versus 3, and it's surely going to get worse for Jisoo here. They are surrounded by the FaZe Clan forces. No bomb plant just yet, so many players to find, and it's Nico in a 1 versus 5, finds the flank, but there's so much more to do. He's walking into a sandwich as well. How does he make a play-up connector without dealing with short? Well, this is one way to do it, straight into the window. Suggesting he's dropped into mid once again. Really trying to do what he can, but he's got 24 seconds to find 4 players.
Just they don't need a peek. Literally do not peek. Do not move. Just stay put.
There we go.
Cold will catch him. Just too many angles to worry about there for Nico.
It is not over yet. We head to overtime. And I was thinking, worst case here, FaZe Clan lose both maps 14-16. It would be classic FaZe Clan way to lose the series, but they've given themselves a fighting chance.
Well, I'm glad to see it. And we saw what really came through there, it felt like, is a change of positioning for both of them. As Brokey was able to take a pot shot from ramp, fair enough, but you had Twists in CT, and Twist was also laying on the pain doing the damage. And so Rain not being in position on the A side actually significantly helped FaZe by the looks of things, because they got the kills. Rather than losing that man immediately, they got the kills, and that made all the difference now. As FaZe, it is tied up 15-15. Hunter taking point in mid. It's still G2 on the T side. They're not going to change sides until the half here of this first round of overtime. And we're looking for the team first to 19.
That's a whiff from Kerrigan. A leg that can be followed up upon. He's got the CZ out. Oh my god, how high is his sends? Stereo frags for G2 on the B bomb site. Twist trying to do what he can. Again, he needs a multi-frag. Trying to do it, trying to buy time for his team. He's got to stay alive, but he's unable to do so. Running out of bullets, running out of health, but Rain is here and he's creeping. Next up, just showing a little too much. And Nico's still up top with the AWP, but where is Hunter? Rain's in the clutch, 1 versus 3 made 2. But from the back comes Hunter. Where could Rain be? Gives himself some cover. Look at the positioning from Rain. This is unbelievable. This is why he has always been on FaZe Clan. And now it's him versus Hunter. He continues to rotate. Absolutely beautiful from Rain. The first overtime round goes the way of FaZe.
And there you go. That is the money right there. That is Rain on his own, not having to worry about the rest of his team. He can just focus on playing his game, and he is so cool in the clutch. If he doesn't die first, you want him to be alive last. He rarely screws up situations like that. You can tell he was just so far ahead. coldzera doing a bit of talking right now. Keeping on top of it.
Premium play from Rain. That was exquisite.
Well, no, I mean, as far as G2 are concerned, they ran that drive that did not pan out for him in the end. Checks a bit of pre-fire, hoping to find a target pushing aggro. Not going to be the case. FaZe instead content to hold back. We will not get a second AWP in play for FaZe this time either. Kerrigan kind of used that strategy once. Fine, it's a throwaway. Get rid of it.
Chunks.
Yeah, Aminek taking some damage there from that HE.
We have a number of insurgents on a ramp. The bomb is in tow. Hunter and Jackson mid. A split of the A bomb site is intimated, but Rain has other ideas. Still alive for now. Probably expecting a Molotov to come his way. Twist keeping an eye on things. Not sure if he can hear any of that, but he will get deleted either way. Rain has got a lot of trouble coming his way, and down he goes. G2 coming back with a vengeance. Labored spray from Kerrigan, but he keeps it competitive. Bombs on the floor, collected by Jax. We've got Carrigan now making his way towards CT. Nico's already scoped in. A great flick from him. Now it's Cold's turn to clutch. Needs a second and third kill in this round. And again, we can see Jax crouching to the fireboxes. Oh my god, he's found the gap, and Cold will get tapped. 16 apiece.
Such a nasty one. You got to give credit to Nico, though. 27 kills so far this map. 30 kills for Nexa. Nexa really coming into his own here on this map. Crucial performance from him. He is making the difference. We saw the same thing from him on Train as well, the first map of this series that went the distance with 30 rounds played. Here we actually made it to overtime, but Nexa is not disappointing. So him and Nico going toe-to-toe right now, trying to take the lead in terms of kills, but we're tied up 16-16. Here's Carrigan with the aggro. Nico with the trade, though, instant. Nice punish, finally, making some adjustments to take advantage of that run boost.
Gratuitous violence in mid. Cold now, more interested in the apartments. Seen a lot of AWPs here, but he will be rolling with the silenced M4. Got to be real careful about his barrel placement, not wanting to concede his position. Can be nice to put a Molotov on the end of the balcony to force any plays here from them. Oh, that's awkward. It's got to hit his teammate. I think it was for the van anyway, and here is Cole looking for a second kill, and he will deliver it. Maybe time to reload, maybe not, because the barbecue will spread to the feet of Cold, and down he goes. Still a man advantage for FaZe Clan as they rotate towards the B bomb site. That's the bomb spotted in the hands of Nexa, and Nico's here as well. FaZe have complete information, but where is the third FaZe player? That's a question for G2 to answer. Just shy of a minute on the clock for them to deliver something, G2. Nico holding for a flank again. They don't know where that third player is. Nexa looking to create some space with a smoke towards the door. Having a look around now, trying to figure out what is ahead of them. That's their last grenade on G2, and the clock is ticking. They've got to find some kills before they plant this bomb. That much is true, but there goes Nexa leaving Nico in a 1 versus 3. He's found Twist. Can he find any more? I don't think so. Here comes the swing as he fakes the plant. And the last round of the first half will go the way of FaZe.
No way for him to know that somebody was holding close like that. The post-plant position comes down to the details. It comes down to the communication. And while sometimes it comes down to luck, just not knowing that somebody was holding close is going to cost Nico. And so countdown begins as we switch sides. And FaZe in the lead, 2 rounds off of extending this to a third map. And yeah, that is just so fortunate, the timing for Nico to trade there. What's insane is Brokey hits that shot after holding that angle for like 20 seconds. You know, you got a split second, you got to stay sharp the entire time.
Yeah, it's a solid frag from Brokey. Oh, Armin there, back with the AWP. Seen some great shots from him today as well. We can add that one to the tally. G2 looking to equalize early here in overtime. Brokey's hunting as well. Again, Nexa with his trajectory, the apex of his jump behind Toll Booth. He's got to be careful now. Nico deleted by Carrigan. Carrigan with some heavy output today. 23 kills now. Cold Zero, though, leading with 28 on the FaZe Clan side. 31 for Nexa, who's still alive and could have more impact in this round. 1 minute on the clock as it goes quiet. Noise is cut, and FaZe look to creep around the A bomb site. But G2 might not wait for them. Flash asks questions, but hold on a second. The bomb seems to be just checking if there's any flank coming. I was wondering if it was a rotation. Carrigan in CT spawn, spotted by Hunter. Everybody wondering. The spatial awareness is off the charts here. 40 seconds now. Twist deleted in connector. 4 versus 2 for G2. Make it 3. Is there still a chance here for FaZe Clan? With 30 seconds on the clock, maybe. But there are 2 players in CT. If they kill one, never mind. Down goes the bomb. Cold now in so much trouble. And the score is tied.
That was Hunter's round, 100%. Sees the flank coming with 3 players on CT. If that guy gets in behind them, they're screwed. But manages to turn around, manages to spot out Carrigan, and gets the kill. This is after the aggression here from Amanek as well. Good of you to point out just how effective Amanek has been here in this half. It seems so even in terms of performance from G2. You really got Nexa up there. I mean, he's dropping 33, Nico with 29, but then the rest of the team are right behind him. And so
The firepower is here for G2, and they're showing some true resilience, tying it up 17-17. Again, Kerrigan up mid, and there's Nico getting revenge for all of the aggression earlier.
It seems G2 might be ready. Okay, again, from plan A to plan B for FaZe Clan. It looks like they were looking to explode on the A bomb site, but there weren't that many people in mid. It was just Nico, and I think maybe not seeing too many players in mid, perhaps why they shut things down. Maybe it was because of the molly, who knows. But FaZe are a man down. G2 threatening match point again. And once more, noise is cut. FaZe go quiet. This should spread G2 across the map, maybe weaken things towards A. And indeed, we can see Nexa heading towards jungle at the very least. So we've got Armanek holding things down towards A. Let's not forget, a normal time, he has to save so many times from this position. But with the man advantage, maybe things will be different now. The execute from FaZe is here. There are fires, there's flames all over the shop. No more flashbang for FaZe now. They've taken position, the smokes are up, the bomb's going to be planted. But what's the post-plant going to look like? Going for that inverse default plant. Oh, that's a beautiful Molotov. Won't stop the bomb from being planted though. Down goes Armanek and CT. Difficulty continues, but they still have a man advantage as Rain gets popped by Nico. Hunter now with the AWP. 2-minute jungle, Brokey. It's so awkward for him. Not many places for him to stand. coldzera stuck in Palace now. He's got to do so much from here. He has to overperform. He's alone now. 1 versus 3. Smokes are up and the trade is instant. G2 head to match point again.
Dude, he hits that shot though, man. Cold is such a machine. And this is going to be very frustrating for Cold because he's been struggling individually for so long now with the roster changes on FaZe and, well, obviously him having to shift away from the IGL role. I mean, he's showing that he is just still an absolute monster. He has made the adjustments necessary and he is performing, but there we go. Some hype from Armanek. They know what's up and they are going to be fired up now. This is their time, G2, to get the job done. Last time out getting called here by FaZe. And that looked all so good for FaZe as well. If maybe they just have one more flash. But you saw how difficult it was for Armanek with the AWP positionally. I mean, just flash after flash after flash going into CT, forcing him off the angle. So FaZe did everything they could to set themselves up for success in that round. And when it came down to it, they just were not able to get the kills. And Rain, once again, really struggling here individually in these duels to come up with the goods for his team.
Well, there's at least one more crack at the whip for FaZe Clan. They are up against it once more. I like the pop of the second window there. It gives options for later on without revealing too much. Well then, very nervous affair. G2 don't want more rounds. FaZe Clan certainly do. You can see there are 2 players for FaZe Clan towards the A bomb site at present, which often gives you an indication of where this round is going to end up. But they've fallen back before. Bomb's been collected now. And let's see if it is going to be an A play. Brokey lining up a maybe a jungle smoke here. And here comes the aggression from G2, and will the Tech-9 be enough if they make a play down the ramp? We have seen very aggressive plays from FaZe, especially all the way down the ramp. Seen Rain there previously. 50 seconds on the clock. We've got the MIBR YouTube set up with the AWP, but no rifle support. And indeed, we've got the stairs and jungle smokes up. Flashbang over as well, but what is the ultimate play here? Because we've got some presence offering a fake towards the B bomb site. Will that pull rotation? Indeed, it will actually, especially with Armanek not seeing anything. He's made a play down ramp and hasn't seen anything in Palace. Nex is alone now. He is alone towards the A bomb site. There'll be a meeting of the minds here in T-Spawn. Armanek misses his shot. Kerrigan cannot punish him though. It's 15 seconds to plant this bomb. It's really going down to the wire here. The bomb is planted. Man advantage for G2. Brokey desperately looking for something. Unscopes. Maybe he should have held that angle. I think he's looking to avoid a flashbang, but it will be a 2-man swing. Misses the flick, and now they're really up against it. FaZe. Armanek patient, but he can't take out coldzera. 3 versus 2. Orb collected by the Brazilian. Lining up towards CT. There are 2 players, one either side. Twist delivering as well. And maybe we will go to a second overtime. It's really turning around for FaZe Clan. Nico, 1 versus 2. He's got a kit, he's got no grenades and no hope. Second overtime coming our way.
The Terminator is relentless, Bardolph. The Terminator will not let go. He had to keep it going. Cold0, what a hero. 34 kills at the end of that half of overtime, and he made all the difference. He is the reason why they are still in this fight. Kerrigan not able to get that kill. And well, it all kind of falls apart from there. But this is it. Cold with the decision to go for the AWP as well. That was the final kill, but Cold, man, that is absolutely crazy that he manages to pull that off. And FaZe, it looked so good for G2 going into that retake, but they didn't miss the shots this time, FaZe. They kept their cool, and they managed to extend it. And so now Nico, once again, looking for some aggression in mid here. Quite a few shots going through that smoke, though. Rain already peppered.
Kerrigan has got places to be. He's got appointments to make, or to keep, rather. Maybe he's got appointments to make as well if they can win this and move up in the bracket. But Nico got enough sound cues, and he's just got the Bobby Big Brain to get that spray through the smoke.
Not pulling a fast one on Nico like that, yeah.
G2 being proactive as well. They're not going to sit on that 1-0 lead here, if you will.
To be fair, they were very proactive, G2, in dealing with Kerrigan and regulation as well. On the T side, Kerrigan kept going window, and G2 were just rarely, if ever, getting caught by that. They were definitely aware that Kerrigan wants to get into that part of the map to get the maximum amount of information and to facilitate the rotations.
And Jax is on a segue rolling through the apartments, and Twist is aware of what they don't have eyes on, but he's still going to get punished. Very unfortunate for him, and that's going to spur on FaZe Clan towards this A-bomb site where they are expected. The carpet is out, but it's full of nails, and G2 will punish their steps. Brokey and Rain remaining in this first round of the second overtime, and they will be dealt with.
What would be worse, nails or Legos?
Legos.
Yeah.
Legos, 100%.
100%.
I know where I am with nails, but Legos, no. That's sheer terror.
Kerrigan just got done rolling in one carpet of Legos. Nightmare fuel.
Man, they are really neck and neck, these two teams. You can see why it was so difficult for me to pick a winner between these two squads.
Tell me about it. I'm over here just looking at my points. It's a little tense. Little tense. Nice attempt there by Kerrigan, going to be able to dodge. Getting chased away. The HE is going to get rid of him. Very nice damage done here by G2, making good adjustments to FaZe Clan's game plan here, trying to take over that mid. And G2 just not letting them. So now it's a question of whether or not FaZe can commit fully to this B site. G2 seem to be ready for it, though. They've got 3 guys on B ready to go. If FaZe come through here, it's going to get so nasty for FaZe.
Brokey has an angle with the AWP, and that will tell him something, but I would imagine we'll see a smoke into the molly, maybe? And then what do they do? FaZe will need a plan C if that gets smoked. Jack's very, very deep indeed. Brokey, I think a pop flash is coming, maybe. There it is, and Jax is going to be facing the wall, told off by the teacher, and punished to the max. In come FaZe, looking to tie the score once again. Armanek on a fast flank. Can they identify that from the sound? They got to worry about Hunter in the meantime. The multi-frag is here. The bomb's on the floor, and so are most of FaZe Clan. 2 on 2 now. 38 seconds. Brokey on the site looking for another victim, and he'll find one. A headshot straight for Nico. Nexo with a lot to do, but he can't do it. 19 apiece.
Dude, it's so quick when it comes. It's like the push onto B site from the flash. That was really nicely done. Jax just full flashed, and it seemed like G2 were just so committed to holding the B site, and then they elected to just leave Jax behind and gamble on A instead, rotating both of those players off. And then it just turns into DM. Who's going to peek into which angle and who's going to come out ahead? And in the end, it's going to be a 19-19 situation here. And again, yep, we have a victory at 22.
Ooh, they've got that aggressive apartment smoke, if I'm not mistaken, towards B, but Brokey's already through that one. No respect. Kerrigan's flash off his angle. Brokey gets his bell rung, and indeed, that you can see that on the radar. That CT smoke from spawn, and FaZe will be forced back. Everybody's alive for now, but Brokey's kind of crawling, but with an AWP, you can do that. Don't need all the health in the world, just need to avoid a few grenades here and there. Nico still has a HE. We'll see if that plays a part in the meantime. So after the apps push from G2 in the previous round, now they've got a post up in the Palace. Cold Zero, though. He's good, man. If you see him, you better kill him. Otherwise, he's going to smoke you like a kipper.
Tied now for top fragging on the server with Nico, 35 each. Dude, Cold versus Nico, and they're both hitting shots. That's what it's all about between these two players, the history here.
Ooh. Rain has definitely seen Armanic, but I don't know if he realizes that there is an AWP. Inviting him to have a look. Fantastic. Rain delivers again. Very simple, very effective. 28 seconds. Nico surely doesn't get it. Oh, he's completely whiffed. Doesn't even get the first kill. They needed something. 2 versus 5. Hunter needs the round of his life, and he might just get it. 18 seconds. Oh my God, Hunter, you can't be serious. Trying to put a molly on the bomb, but I think it's been collected by Brokey. 9 HP. He's made this winnable. He could even spray him through the smoke. Jax on the way. What an overperformance from Hunter, but will it pay off? Can Jax clutch this? He has a kit, he has a molly. The molly could be enough if he has the right read. Brokey with the AWP starting to creep. Has no idea where Jax is coming from. No sound cues just yet. Maybe a case of timing. He knows Jax has to go for this. It's overtime. There's plenty of money. Jax now is up close, and that bomb is so far ticked that it might be too late. Brokey just hiding behind top roof. Nobody's there. Going for the wildest flick of all time, but I think he's won the round already.
It's looking like it, isn't it? Not going to happen. The second off. Impeccable stuff from Brokey, the young gun, keeping his cool and coming through in the clutch for his team. It's not all Rain that has to do the heavy lifting in the clutch situations. Brokey showing that he can hold his own as well. Fantastic work and a frustrating turn of events there for G2, especially for Hunter. You were right to call it, man. That was such a sick overperformance from Hunter, holding from Shadow and just nuking him. Perfect lineup, and then to catch this frag here, that is just a thing of beauty. And so, unfortunately, there for G2, it does not go their way. And now FaZe are 2 rounds off of extending this to a third map, of taking us to Inferno. And that is certainly something that G2 want to avoid.
With all this action, I forgot that there could be another map.
Yeah, could be a third map coming up after this one. We've got Inferno in the works between these two teams, and these two teams are just so evenly matched right now. It's actually bonkers. I mean, this is actually what you really want to see from FaZe. You've got Colds just smashing everybody on the team right now. Rain may not have as many frags, but he had the one crucial clutch that had kept FaZe in the game, coming up with the goods when his team needed it. Oh, this aggression, though. Not going to get it. Not going to get anything from it. It's going to force that smoke to get used.
There are 2 CT smokes in B-apps now. This is a real focus to stop some shenanigans in that direction. Now, there were 2 players towards A for G2. Sans the bomb. Nico just edging it forwards towards the entrance to the B apartments. As we head towards the 45-second mark. Hunter with a smoke towards connector. See how important this is for the T's. It's denial of information. This means there could be a T in connector. It could be a split of the A bomb site. There's lots for FaZe to worry about. It's a very powerful smoke. Map control is important. I want to say that goes towards jungle. Nexa lurking in Palace now, who could try and offer a fake. Flashbang was there for him. He'll have to do another one himself. So while he runs distraction, tries to pull players towards the A bomb site, here comes the push towards B. But Karrigan, he knows his angles. 13 seconds for this bomb to get planted. And first they've got to find the kills. Karrigan finally dealt with. FaZe now, the remainder of them in the market. And the bomb could be planted.
And he gets passed out of the apartments as well, Nico. So now he actually has room to maneuver with. Stacked up on this site now, Cold Zero. Zeroing in. No way does Nico get that kill. And Jax gets the follow-up as well. Disaster. Rain tries to trade the kill. Doesn't work. That's a problem. The strong start, I mean, sure, it's 16,000 starting money, so they're not going to be hurting for cash FaZe on this CT side. Had it been 10,000, obviously that would have been a different story. But the fact that that clutch goes the G2 way, making up for the last one. This was after Karrigan doing some good work here.
Yep, he knows the sweaty angles around the bench. But again, G2, denial of information, suggesting a split of the A bomb site. FaZe just didn't have enough info there. Didn't have enough frags on the B bomb site. Almost a kill. Seen many fast, aggressive plays from both these teams up short, looking towards Connector. And there's trouble on the A bomb site. Rain deleted again. 5-on-3 now as G2 try to abuse the numbers. Twist being real careful not to get traded there. And Broky's here to take out the ramp player Nexa. Suddenly it's a 3-on-3, minute 20. Nico still on the way. A 2 AWP push from G2 now. Bomb given to Nico as Armanek heads elsewhere. What is the plan here exactly, I wonder?
Cross your fingers and hope as these smokes clear that somebody peeks for information. With a minute on the clock now, G2 are just kind of hoping that they are going to be able to hold these angles and find some success. You can see Hunter, posted up in Palace. And what is this? Was Nico worried? Is he going to set up a flash for Hunter to swing wide? Looks like it. So flash onto the A side. Hunter not even going to swing, but just still trying to bait some kind of reaction here over towards the A side of things. Kerrigan, in the meantime, has worked his way out from B. And, oh, no, Amanek, is he going to be close enough to hear these footsteps? I don't think so. There's going to be a perfect flank coming in here from Kerrigan in a moment. Amanek, though, getting the flank of his own. Two big kills.
That is absolutely beautiful, but where does the bomb get planted? Because Kerrigan's creeping. There's nobody to cover CT, so Nico's probably going to plant it on the other side, it looks like. And that's going to allow Kerrigan, if he actually goes for this. Oh, Nico, 16 seconds, delays as long as possible. Absolutely brutal, but maybe there's time. That smoke actually gives a chance for Armanek to plant the bomb if he goes towards default. What does Kerrigan do now? Indeed, there's a default plant. Armanek is able to do it. He created space for the plant now, Kerrigan. He's got to clutch this one out. He's got a shadow advantage to the left, but Armanek with the tight shot. And the round goes to G2. Could see the exhale there.
The hint of a grin as well.
And
there's some relief there. Oh, man.
it's another match point for G2. Can they convert this one, or will FaZe deliver again with their backs to the wall?
How many times are we going to be in this situation? FaZe just barely holding off defeat. And G2 now, well, more of the same. We're going to get that molly. Oh, Brokey, an imperfect smoke allows him to have a little bit of an angle to work with. But he won't hang around to take advantage of it. Instead, hoping perhaps that somebody's going to try and push on through. Not going to be the case. Hunter clearing out lower. We're going to get that mid-control step by step here from G2. Not rushing things in this round. Not going to throw chance to the wind. Instead, just taking their time, getting map control. They still have plenty of utility to work with to get onto that bomb site. Question is, where does this bomb go? Do we wind up on B? Is that where this goes? It looks like it.
Less of a split this time, from what we can see at present. Jungle smoke. I knew that one once upon a time. Again, we reached that 45-second mark. And indeed, it is the A with smokes jungle smoke. Armanek now with the footsteps, but Kerrigan, he's done a lot of damage, at least, and Coldzera will follow up and then some. FaZe are not done just yet. Maybe this game will never end. Nico with 8 HP now. Coldzera just needed to stay alive there to allow the rotation, and maybe he's done enough. They've got 2 players in market already. 24 seconds. This could still be clutched by G2. They've got a bomb plot now. Nico with an AWP. Looking for the quick scopes. Doesn't want to concede his position with a right click. And Twist is lurking. Let's not forget that. He's coming up on short. Down goes Hunter. He's completely missed, and we're still here. 21 apiece. There's more Counter-Strike to come on Mirage.
Unbelievable. If he has an M4 or an AK in that situation, I think it's a totally different one there for Nico. The fact that he misses that shot, though, that is unreal. So frustrating for Nico there. But, I mean, the fact that these teams are so evenly matched, this is exactly what we were hoping for in this matchup. FaZe showing that they can go toe-to-toe with one of the best in the world right now. They are finally making the progress that we've all been waiting for.
I have lost count of the number of match points that G2 have had.
Yeah.
But
just let it get away
in terms of game points, match points, they've had the lion's share. Maybe all of them. I want to say all of them, but I'm not 100% sure. But
oh no, they messed up their smoke. So that's a window smoke. No window smoke in mid right now. We'll see if that reads into the situation or not for G2. Interesting though. Look at this. We have not seen this strategy yet used by G2.
Fast burst. is on the ramp and on twist. He's going to be good for 2. Spots the bomb. The rotation can begin, and they've got to rescue the bomb in the meantime. Oh, that's another missed grenade, and it may concede his position. Nico with a no-scope. But it's still a hairy spot for G2. Needs to rescue the bomb. Oh my god, Nico, you cannot be serious. He's ready for CT as well, or is he? Tags and frag, down he goes. Carrigan now versus Nexa and Hunter. That bomb is still at Palace, still to be rescued. He will reset his position. Hunter was going on a bit of a hike, but he's heading back towards the A-bomb site. Situation will be reset. Carrigan's actually going well beyond, maybe not realizing that the bomb was still to be collected, up in a very awkward position as well. And that smoke grenade will be a clue, and he'll make his way towards T-spawn. And maybe he's got some extra seconds, because how did he plant this bomb, G2? Oh my god. He's got his gun out. We've got knives out on the other side. He's got to start walking soon. Hunter's surely heard him. The shadow just gives him a clue. The knife is out, and Nexa will get the last kill in T-spawn.
That was the appropriate reaction, Bartolf. When he runs back like that. Unbelievable. That is so crazy. And let's get it again. Oh, no. Well, I mean, I can look at rain all day. That's fine. That's fair. But,
got a great forehead.
Dude. That is so crazy that both of them peel back right as Kerrigan comes around the corner. More excitement here. And I like the change of pace from G2 and just insane individual performance from Nico to make that, well, to save that round. I mean, that round has got to be done at that point. But somehow, some way, G2 find out, and now they're out onto the A side again. Very quick change of pace. They are accelerating here, G2, really trying to ramp up the pressure on FaZe.
Yeah, Brokey has been absolutely denied every angle, every opportunity with the AWP, but they're still alive. It's a 5-on-5 retake for FaZe. And they have smokes. They can smoke off some of the choke points. We've still got Molotovs coming in. Palace could be dealt with. Ramp could potentially be smoked as well if they have the angles for them. But with 5 players alive for G2 as well, that may not be easy. The flashbangs continue. Just a Molotov left for G2 now. 2 flashes, 2 smokes for FaZe Clan. Nexa going for the flank. All these players are alive. That bomb is ticking pretty damn fast though. FaZe really need to move forward with this. They need somebody on the bomb in the next 5 seconds, really and truly. And I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be, oh, hold on a second. Can they find it? No, surely not like this. It's going to be stolen. How on earth has coldzera, the only man standing, managed to get a smoke defuse?
This actually has it all, Bartolf. This map has it all now at this point. We're seeing crazy clutches. We're seeing smoke diffuses. Might as well be a ninja at that point, not even realizing it.
That was literally daylight robbery.
Look at this. The angle as well. The fact that he gets in here. And I think it's just at the tail end of the shots, and so they didn't hear him get on the bomb immediately. They only realized that it was a risk later. Otherwise, I think they're all shooting at that smoke, just hoping to catch him.
That's like a 5% round. They were so late on that retake attempt on just getting close to the bomb. But here we are, 22 apiece.
It's the true roller coaster between these two teams right now. I don't know how you handle this kind of stress as a player. Just every round delivers. And while G2 now, okay, they've run a couple of set strats, you know, some quick plays onto A. Now we're back to map control. We're back to defaults here, okay? They need to kind of pump the brakes for a second and take a breather. So spread out, get control of mid. And now it's looking like we're going to peel back over towards this A site. I mean, they've been successful in getting the bomb planted over here on A. So it's looking like that's where they want to wind up. Can they get the last round of this first half of this third round of overtime? There we go. We got there eventually.
All the rounds. Round 45. FaZe are committed on this A-bomb site. Have a look at the positions on the radar. We got Sandwich. We got Rain in that very difficult spot in shadow as well. Brokey playing AWP from the site. And here comes the charge. But it's 2 G2 plays down. Make it 3. 3 haircuts on the A-bomb site. But the barber's pretty bad. Nexa and Hunter remain. Now it's a 2 versus 2. 30 seconds on the clock. They've got the bomb. The Carrigan still towards short. So there is opportunity. Back and forth we go.
Can they give it across this open ground? They don't have any smokes to work with. They have to do it the dirty way, and that's just not going to be good enough. Bomb dropped on the stairs. Hunter fully blind, caught on the ladder of doom, and coldzera collects the last kill. There it is, 23-22 at the end of the half. Hey, we're going to be flipping it. 41, coldzera's taking the lead over Nico on the scoreboard. Every time Nico opens that scoreboard, he's going to be seeing that right now. Do you think that's going to fire him up?
Yeah, it's a race to the top.
A little bit of rivalry between those two, maybe. A little bit of once upon a time they were friends.
Sure they will be afterwards. Well then. Train 16-14 in favor of G2. Mirage currently 23-22 in favor of FaZe, and Brokey will find an opening kill. Maybe they can go one better.
Oof, man, Rain cannot catch a break up here in mid. He is getting pummeled, and that's been the story of his life so far, especially on T side where he's constantly out at mid. He just gets caught. What is going on over on ramp, though, for FaZe? Bit of a mix-up.
Brute force attack, a dictionary attack on the A-bomb site. Out come the smoke grenades. Get your password lists ready because they're looking to crack. And it's Nexa. He'll have the difficult task, just like Rain did on his CT side, and in they go. Twist elevated, looking around, looking for targets, scanning like a turret. 5-on-3 for FaZe as they look to push G2 further away from match points here on Mirage. And this retake looks like a non-starter for G2. But again, they've got the money, they have to go for it. Jax looking for something. Both players with defuse kits. There is a molly, which will be deployed. Nico now. So many places to look for players, and so many opportunities for Cold Zero to rack up yet more kills. 43 now. And it's FaZe on game point.
Just one of the most ridiculous maps of CS that we've had in a long time. And you can see them getting fired up now. And this time, finally, they're in the driver's seat here, FaZe. Finally, they're the ones who are getting close to extending it. It's not two rounds. It's a single round here. And, well, managing to punish Amanek for getting aggressive in the last round. So I'll be curious. I don't think that Amanek is going to be going aggro palace again. Instead, it's Brokey catching Nico. Again, Brokey with the opening kill here.
Punctured like a football.
Taking Nico out as well, the hitter here for G2. That's a bad deal. And so G2 once again down a man. And FaZe content to just sit and wait. They're going to play out their advantage, although they're a little light on the nades. They have 2 smoke grenades here. So it may be more of a scrim approach on this A site for FaZe.
Really looking to abuse the numbers. Great timing from Hunter, exactly what they needed. The lurker has been eliminated, but can they get personnel on the A-bomb site at all? There's nobody there. Retake territory again. Amanek looking for an angle towards Palace, not quite finding it. Hunter has a HE. No mollies to release the bomb plant here. Well then, how do you retake? They don't even have a flashbang to take an angle, G2. But there is an incendiary for Nexa, and Cold Zero is looking for the finish. He is Bobby Big Brain today. That is 44 kills for him. Brokey now posting up. And Molly may force him away there, but again, there's no flashes. It's nothing but dry peaks. That's a successful one. 3-on-3 now. Bomb continues to tick faster and faster. It's a horrible plant for G2 to try and defuse, especially with Rain at Tetris. They've got to press on now. No smokes. They've got to find some kills quick. Otherwise, we're going to a third map, and it seems that will be the case. Amanek versus 3. FaZe finally do it after so many match points. You can see the release of energy on the cameras. We are not done with this game just yet.
And Rain is just like, I'm done with this, man. I'm fed up with this. Unbelievable that we managed to go the distance like that in such fashion. Triple overtime, getting it done on the second map. And they do manage to extend this to a third map, Rain. Rain and the lads. Rain and the team. Replays. What a shot from Brokey. You can count on him, man. Back-to-back opening kills in crucial rounds for the team, for the map. Takes Amanek in the round before.
Break time. When we're back, the carnage continues. Get some water. After the break, thoughts to the desk. More Counter-Strike to come.